Dieting mistakes are very common due to misinformation on the internet. This is why it's very important to get expert opinions and to make sure your diet plan is on track while following your workout routine. You could be working out to lose belly fat and get slimmer waists, but your diet choice could often overturn your effort and make you fatter in the long run. For your workout routine to properly take effect, you need to be careful of what you eat before and after exercising. Today we're going to be looking at 9 diet mistakes you might be making that result in you getting fatter. Number 1. Watch the quality of calories and not the quantity. It's reasonable to watch the number of calories you take in per day, but just the amount is not good enough. You've also got to pay attention to the quality of the food you eat. There's more to it than just the quantity, like knowing calories from sugars cause fat accumulation and increase hunger, while protein and fat calories cause fat burning. This is so because the amount of insulin the body releases is influenced by the quality of calories rather than the number of calories you consume. Also, consider hitting that subscribe button to support the channel. Number 2. Consuming low-fat foods only. Generally, people believe that a low-fat diet is the way to go when trying to lose weight, but that's not always true. These kinds of foods are usually processed with a lot of sugar added to them, and that improves their taste. Sugar, as we know, can make you feel hungrier, so instead of feeling full after eating low-fat foods, you're more likely to feel hungrier after some time, and this makes you want to eat more than you normally would. Experts advise that you go for minimally processed and more nutritious alternatives. Number 3. Eating sugars before working out. Sugars give you a rush of energy, but they tend to leave you feeling drained afterwards. You should consume goods that release your energy little by little when working out. Whole foods like grain, meat, fish, and vegetables are recommended. Sugars, on the other hand, will give you a brush of energy initially and then leave you drained later on, and this is not an ideal condition to be in when working out. Number 4. Low protein intake. Proteins are arguably the most important nutrients to load yourself with if you hope to lose weight. It should be an important breakfast item in your diet. Proteins play many vital roles like controlling several hormones that regulate weight, protecting your muscle mass during weight loss, improving metabolism and reducing your appetite, and improving your body composition. A low protein intake could stimulate increased appetite and make you eat more. Number 5. Following fad diets. Promoters paint fad diets as a quick way to reduce body fat without actually being a standard dietary recommendation. In the long run, fad diets are not sustainable. It's very important to know which diet to follow and which foods to pick out on a menu or rely on when preparing your meals from scratch. Following fad diets is like adopting a lifestyle change. This change can cause your body to store fat, and when you get off the diet, you put on more weight than you did before. Number 6. Eating leftovers for breakfast. Eating leftovers as breakfast is not that bad depending on the composition or content of the meal. Though it is a great way of saving food, you could also be undoing all the work you're doing at the gym. Foods containing vegetables and other greens, fish, and salads are not entirely bad as a breakfast option, but say you had a pizza or burger the previous night and then had the leftovers, well, it's not advisable to eat that as breakfast. Your breakfast options should consist of foods that are going to give you the energy to get through the day's activities. Number 7. Take care of your system. Bacteria in the gut influence body functions like metabolism and fat breakdown. Your lifestyle habit, however, could actually influence the proper functioning of this bacteria in the stomach. Things like alcohol intake, employing high-sugar diets, taking antibiotics without prescription, and stress could affect the bacteria in your gut. Experts recommend eating more fibrous foods, taking some probiotics, and also some supplements to then boost the function of this bacteria for better digestion of your foods. Yogurt, apple cider vinegar, and kombucha tea are some options to consider. Number 8. Eating too often. There are various opinions on the internet, one of which is eating small portions of food multiple times a day if you want to lose weight, and that's much more ideal than eating 3 heavy meals. But that's not entirely correct. The trick is actually eating when you're hungry and only when you're hungry. This is the actual principle to follow if you want to lose weight. Eating too often actually can lead up to a build of calories with each small portion of food consumed during the day. Number 9. Skipping breakfast. Another popular advice on the internet is to skip breakfast if you want to eat fewer meals a day. This so-called advice doesn't even take your appetite into account, so you could be really hungry in the morning and then you gotta wait until lunchtime to start eating. Studies have shown that those who skip breakfast tend to consume more calories at lunch because they need to eat more than those who didn't skip breakfast. At the end of the day, those who are eating breakfast have fewer calories overall than those who didn't. If you engage in any of these practices, you should consider employing strategies that would reduce your body fat instead of increasing it. Thanks for watching, and leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. And also drop a comment in the comment section and let us know your thoughts.